What's up guys, and welcome to the tutorial for the IKEA V4. I know you guys have been waiting for so long and it's finally here. I decided to take it back to square one for this one. You may notice it's similar to the IKEA V1, and that's because you guys really enjoyed the IKEA V1. And this is a new and improved version of it. It makes over $200 million per hour, or 720 kelp per second. These rates were calculated using dried kelp block prices of 750. Also, you need to smoke the kelp for it to work, giving 200 million per hour. Then you also gotta craft it into dried kelp blocks, and sell the dried kelp blocks for 750 per. It also has 360 dispensers. And before we start, I would appreciate if you guys subscribe because I'm trying to hit 50k subs before 2027. So grab something to drink and let's get started. So before we start with the materials and stuff, I'm going to go over some info. So first of all, it requires 3,600 smokers to run. And since every smoker needs at least 2 hoppers, there's going to be 7,200 hoppers from just the smokers. If you don't have 3,600 smokers, the farm will overflow. I will be making a schematic for a full base version that includes smokers, shulker loaders, and all that stuff. I also wanted to tell you guys that you don't have to use blue glass. You can use any glass. Also, the blue concrete can be any block that isn't transparent, so stone, dirt, or even wood works. Just not glass or any fancy items like mob pets or enchanting tables. The dimensions of this monster of a farm is 37 blocks wide, 20 blocks tall, and 23 blocks long. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the materials that you're going to need are 29 stacks plus 45 items of blue stained glass, 14 stacks plus 46 of any fence gate, and 8 stacks and 19 of observers. You are also going to need 7 stacks plus 47 blue ice, 7 stacks plus 44 hoppers, 6 stacks plus 16 redstone dust, 5 stacks plus 40 dispensers, 3 stacks plus 30 blue concrete, 3 stacks plus 12 iron bars, 2 stacks plus 52 kelp, 2 stacks plus 52 pistons, 60 crafters, 36 note blocks, 24 iron doors, an infinite water source, a comparator, a lever, 9 iron trapdoors, 12 chests, and 18 redstone repeaters. I also recommend getting some temporary blocks, so I'll be using dirt as a temporary block. Okay, so we want to start off by making a 3 block wide and 15 block long ice bridge, so like this, 1, 2, 3. And we got one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And just fill it in. Then we want to grab temporary block and place them like this. And here you want to place glass. You can break the temporary block. Do the same thing on here. Yep. And then you basically want to extend the glass like this all the way. Same thing on this side. And you also want to place glass like this. Then grab your redstone dust and place it on top of this outer glass like this. And place glass like this on one side. And then water there. Make sure you place on all these 3 blocks. When it reaches the end here, you simply want to place iron trapdoors like this. And temporary block, fence gate, and fence gate, and fence gate. Open the fence gates. Break the temporary block. Place more glass on top of here. Like this. And place water right here. Right, hold shift and you can click the fence gates to place the water. And then place temporary blocks right there. Fence gates like this. This is going to be the collection system. Now grab your observers, and you can stand on top of this block, or you can place a temporary block. Actually, that's probably easier. Stand on top of the temporary block, look at the redstone dust, and right click with the observers, and just continue doing that all the way. So I'll just place some temporary blocks, and I'll place the redstone servers. And make sure the red dot is facing upwards. So the face should be down here, red dot should be up here. Then you can break all the temporary blocks and do the same thing on this side. Yep, there we go. Break all the temporary blocks again. And on top of the observers, you want to place dispensers like this. 1, 2. And just continue going like this. And do the same thing on this side. Once you've done this, you want to grab your hoppers and place them going into the back of these dispensers like this. Do the same thing on the other side. And place your pistons on top of the dispensers, like this. Same thing on this side. You might want to hold shift when you're placing the dispensers, by the way. No, pistons. Then a glass on top of the pistons. Same thing on this side. Grab your temporary blocks and place them like this. So 3 blocks and a line like this. Then you can go beneath here and click the dirt blocks with the servers, so that the red dot is facing down into the glass and the face is going to be up here. So break all the temporary blocks. Repeat the same thing on this side. So 1, 2, 3. Put a line over. Then drop down. Servers like this. And on top of these observers, you want to place redstone dust. So like this. Same thing on this side. And then you want to grab your blue concrete. Place it like this. Same thing on this side. Grab your fence gates and place them like this. And open them. Place them towards the blue concrete and open them. Then you want to place a fence gate in the middle like this. And continue this upwards for a few blocks. So in total, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks tall. Now, once you've done that, you want to go to the piston level, and you want to place fence gates like this, and open them all. Same thing on this side. Then you want to place a temporary block there and there. Grab the lever you have, power that on once. And the same thing on this side. Just power it on once and just power it off, and then you can just remove everything. Keep the lever because we're gonna use it for later. And then we're gonna place glass like this. And we can do it at the edges as well. Grab your blue concrete or the block that you chose, place it like this. And we want to place a note block right here and right here. Place observers like this and like this. Make sure you're holding shift when placing the observer towards the note block. And if you can't reach all the way to the top, you can place a few temporary blocks and place them like this. Now we want to fill in this space as well. So just place your glass blocks like this. There we go. Grab your water and place it on the glass blocks. And then you want to grab your observers, place them like this. Again, you can place temporary blocks like this. And just walk along. If you don't touch these blocks, see, if I stand right here, I won't be able to place observer. But if I back away, so I'm only on the dirt, like this, I can place it like this. Just make sure that all the red dots end up facing upwards, because the power is going to be sent upwards. Then we want to do the same thing here, so water all the way on these blocks, and observers all the way like this. Then we want to place our dispensers again, like this. And if you're finding it hard to climb up here, you can simply place temporary blocks like this. You place your blocks. Make sure you're holding shift when placing on the dispensers, because otherwise you'll open the dispenser GUI. Then break all the temporary blocks if you placed any. Do the same thing on this side, so dispensers like this. With pistons on top. Same thing on this side. And glass on top of the pistons. Over here as well. 3 temporary blocks, a little line. And you can place temporary blocks right here, wherever you want to place them. And just go like this with your observers. But I'm in creative, so I'm just gonna fly because that's easier. And the same thing on this side, so 1, 2, 3. Take the line, observers. And if you're placing like this or like this, then you're not facing at the right angle. You wanna be facing straight up when placing the observers. Then again, dust on the observers. Same thing on this side. And grab your blue concrete and place it like this. Same thing on this side. This. And it should look like this now. So then we just want to continue this little glass wall upwards. So we'll just place it all the way up. And right here we want to place a temporary block, note block right here. And you can stand right here on the note block and place observers like this. And you can place a temporary block right there. And observer and observer. Same thing over here. Temporary block, note block, and just observers all the way down. So it should look like this, and all the arrows should be facing downwards. This. And then we can continue growing the fence gate wall to go up to the glass blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks taller than it is right now. Then we want to place our fence gates like this on the pistons. And make sure you're opening the fence gates as well. And once you've done that, you can come over here again. And you simply want to power this note block. You can do it like that. Do it again. That. And the piston should have pushed the fence gates away a bit. And now we want to place our fence gates on the blue concrete. So like this. Open them all. Isn't open. And same thing on this side. Just fence gates all the way. And open them all. Grab one. Yep. And we want to continue the glass wall up. And grab your hoppers, place them like this. Going into the dispensers. Same thing right here. Okay, and then you want to grab your ice and place it like this. Like that. And same thing over here. Place it, the ice like this, and do the same thing on this side. Okay, now we want to place our water like this on the glass. Same thing on this side. This. And we now want to grab our kelp and place it on the blue concrete. Just like this. Do the same thing over here. And go down here. Place all the kelp. Same thing over here. Kelp. And place 1, 2, 3, or 4. However many blocks you want, just place the kelp. And once we have done this, we want to place glass like this. And we want to go to the other side. And we want to place glass right here. And do the same thing on this side. Then go back up to this side. And place the glass be placed on this side over here as well. Now we have a big gap in the middle, so we're also going to fill that in with glass. Then place 2 temporary blocks on top of the note blocks. Break the first one. Place it on the servers underneath the temporary block. And face upwards, placing it so the face is going to be facing upwards. Right now your farm should look like this. So now we want to place more ice so that it goes like this. Yep, and the same thing on this side. So the ice should go like this. And do the same thing up here. That the ice goes like this. And same thing up here, so the ice goes like that. Yep. Then we can place glass around the ice, like this. And over on the side that there's no note blocks, we want to place our crafters like this. So you see this fence gate? You want to place it on that block, that. Then like two crafters, glass in the middle, crafter right there. Then a 3 block tall crafter right here. And make sure all the faces are going towards the glass. And over here we want to do the same thing. So I know it's gonna be uneven, but it's fine. It should look like this now. And then you want to go in all of the crafters, click all the slots except the middle one, and just do this on all of the crafters. This is very important, otherwise you won't be making bone meal and the farm will not be able to run. Just click every slot in the crafters except the middle one. Really, you just have to leave one. It doesn't have to be the middle one, but I like to leave the middle one. Then we want to place concrete like that. And place some temporary blocks like this and like that. Grab your servers, place them like this. This temporary block right here to place up servers like. You might want to shift and place your servers like this. And make sure they are all facing outwards. So the face is going to be like this and like that. Do the same thing over here. So just servers, faces outwards. Over here, servers, and faces outwards. Then place a temporary block there, and glass, and glass. And on these blocks, we want to place our doors like this. Then place a note block right here, right there, right there, and right there. It should now look like this. And now we want to make a glass bridge like this. Place 2 ticks repeater right there, and right click each repeater 1 time. And then we want to place dust over all of the glass blocks and dust on these note blocks. Now we want to place a temporary block above the redstone dust and another temporary block on top of that temporary block, and break the first temporary block and observer going down into the redstone block, no redstone dust, so the face is upwards. If you want to test it, you can push a lever, and every time you flick the lever, the crafter should take 4 times. So no, the dispenser should take 2 times, not 4 times. Now we want to place a fence gate right here. So to the left of the crafters, place it right there like that. Actually, no, we want to place it right there. So to line up with these hoppers, you want to place a chest right there. And you want to place water on these like 5 pixels above the chest, so the chest should be waterlogged. Then grab your iron bars and place them like this. When the water runs out, place an iron bar in front of the water, going like this. And when you want to place water right here, and they should not stop touching, so it should be like this. And then another iron bar right there, water there, let it flow around. Fence gate right there, water, fence gate, chest, water right there, iron bars like this, and right there, water, going. Once it runs out, just iron bars and water. If it doesn't reach all the way, that's fine. You can just place. And when you've done this, you want to place a fence gate right there, so that we can place water right there. Make sure it looks exactly like this and not different. Once we have done this, we want to make a little. Once we've done this, we want to do the same thing on this bottom layer. So glass walls around. And we want to place a chest right here, fence gate right there, and we want to line up the crafters again. So as I can see, this crafter is right here. So I'm gonna want to place my crafters like this, lining it up with these fence gates. And I'm gonna place crafter, glass, crafter, then 3 crafters like this, and again right here, then crafter, glass, crafter. And you want to go in all the crafters and make sure that all the slots are ticked except one of them. I like to go with the middle one. So just go in all the crafters, make sure all of the boxes are ticked except one. So you do that by clicking all the slots, and obviously just not clicking one of the slots. All of them should look like this, or like this, or like this. Just make sure one slot is gray and the other ones are white. Yep. And now we want to place blue concrete like this, and like that. Temporary blocks again like that. And grab your observers, place them like this. Glass, observers like this. And break the dirt, or whatever temporary block you used, and do the same thing on this side. That, and on this side, like this. So all the faces should be facing outwards. Now you want to grab your hoppers and place them like this. And you see the ones with the glass, you want to place hopper into the crafter, hopper into this hopper, and hopper right there. So it should be looking like this. Do the same thing on the top layer, so like this. And over here, you want to do it like this. And like that. Place some glass right here and on top of the crafters. And then we want to go down here, and we're gonna build this mechanism down here as well. So iron doors, temporary block glass, iron door, and iron door. Note block, note block, note block, note block, and glass bridge between. Repeater right there and there. Click them both once, right click, and dust between, and dust on these note blocks. And now we want to replace this box. Actually, we want to replace this block, so we can put a temporary block right there, and observer like that, and redstone dust right here, and basically just keep this going downwards like that. Then we want to do the water system down here, so we are going to place our yep, we're gonna waterlog this chest by shifting and putting water on these glass blocks, and then put iron bars like this. The water runs out, and we swap sides. Water, keep going with iron bars until it runs out. Water like that, make it go around. So fence gate, water. Make sure all the fence gates are open, by the way, in this water stream. So this should not be like this, it should be like that. Then a fence gate right here. Chest, waterlog the chest again. Iron bars like this. And water there. Iron, oh no, never mind, I'm messed up. Yeah, you want to place the bar right there, then water there. And with iron bars, it runs out here, so we want to place the bar there. Then right here, we are gonna put a fence gate, and we're gonna go in here, water right there. Now we want to place glass on top of these rafters like that. And to make our storage, we we want to make the hoppers go like this. So make the hoppers face into this glass block. One face into this hopper, that, and on this side like this. Do the same thing up here. So temporary block, hopper facing into that, and hopper facing into these blocks. Same thing over here, hopper, no, temporary block, hopper going into that, hopper going into the hopper, and there we go. Break all the temporary blocks you placed, and it should look like this now. And basically, you want to place like a double chest right here, and a double chest right here. So on the two hoppers that change sides. And then you can place a hopper like that. And basically, you want to make your bone input. So if you have a bone storage, you just want to place your chests on top of this hopper and fill it up with bones. But I extremely recommend using a shulker unloader, and that will be linked as a schematic down in my description. And I'll probably also make a video on it on my second channel, and I'll link my second channel in the description as well. And now you basically want to go down here to the farm's bottom, and you see these sides here. You want to place some temporary blocks. You want to place 5 temporary blocks like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And glass right here. Break all the temporary blocks and make it line up with the glass block with the redstone you got over here, and it should look like this. And now you want to place dust on here, and concrete right there, and then you want to place another 5 temporary blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and concrete right there as well. Temporary block right here, glass, and glass right there, and just make it line up as well. Then place your dust like this, and your observers like this. And you want to place your dispensers like this. And your dispensers like this. And then you basically want to do the same thing over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break all the temporary blocks. Place glass like this. Make it all line up with the first farm we built. And this. Place redstone dust on top of all the glass. And observers like this. Dispensers like this. And dispensers like this on this other side too. And really, you just want to build the exact same farm on this plot and this plot as well. So you can rewind the tutorial to the point where we had the dispenser set up like this, or wherever you want that matches up for you, and just keep going with the tutorial. So just copy this exact thing, and build it over here. And you're gonna notice that place the hoppers like this. Nice. This glass wall yes, it's supposed to be for both the hopper lines. So, you know, it should look like this when you've done the hoppers. I'm not actually gonna build this farm and this farm, like show how to build it in a tutorial, because that would take way too long. But I'm gonna show you how to connect all of them once you've built them. So I'll just cut to when both of these are built. Okay, as you can see, I've got the 3 fully built farms over here right now. Yeah, I can just load in a new farm because I didn't have the single farm schematic. But anyways, it should look like this for you, and they should be connected like this. As you can see, the water streams are like I told you they would be, and yeah, it should just be like this, and they should all have the outputs over here. And now to connect it, we are gonna want to place glass between all the observers. So all 6 observers are gonna have a glass bridge between them. Like this. Then we want to place dust, redstone dust, on every single glass block and every single observer that we'll place right here. And place a repeater right here. And set it. No, just set a repeater right there. And set a repeater right here. You don't want to click them or anything, just place them like that. And in the middle here, we're gonna make a 3-block platform that goes out by 4 blocks. And comparator right there, lever here. There's some repeaters like this. Click them both once, so they should be set to 2 ticks and look like this. And turn the lever on, right click the comparator, and dust there and dust here. Now all the farms should be working, and these should be on a slight delay than these ones. So as you can see, they're not pushing at the exact same time, and you see that they're all going. And so now we want to make these power as well, so we're gonna make a glass line between these 3 observers as well. So once we have done this, we want to hook this up. So glass bridge all the way to over here, and we want to place glass right here next to the lever. Dust like this, and it should line up with this. If it doesn't, just make it line up somehow. It's not that hard. And if you turn the farm on, you can see how far it's reaching. So where the signal ends, you just want to place a repeater. And then we want to place dust on all of these blocks. This side as well. And I think it's a good idea turning the farm on again and seeing where the signal runs out. If it doesn't run out before it reaches the observers, then you're good. If it does, then just add a repeater, and just make sure the repeater isn't on top of the observer, because that would mess it up. So if the signal, for example, runs out on the observer, you want to place the repeater right here and not on the observer. So now if we flick the lever on, all these crafters should be hovering 4 times a second, and it should look like that. And you don't need an anti-overflow since it's producing the exact amount of bone meal that you need. And if you, as I said, if you want to make the storage, you know, you place your chests like this and hook it up to some kind of shulker unloader. I'm gonna make a tutorial on a shulker unloader soon, so yeah. Might be on my second channel though, so keep a lookout on my second channel. It's called MyshCat 2. I'll link it in the description. You should subscribe to it. Anyways, that was this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I will be linking the Discord where I get my thumbnails. So I'm going to be linking one for my schematics, one for my thumbnail, and there's going to be one link that's to my second YouTube channel. So be careful which link you click, because I've seen a lot of people go into the Discord where I get my thumbnails and ask for IKEA V3 schematic, IKEA V2 schematic. So just look at which one you click at. All right. Thank you. I'll also be linking the texture pack that I'm using in this video that makes the observers, for example, have these arrows, or the note blocks have these green things, or the predators these numbers or hoppers, these arrows, you know, all that's nice stuff, because it really helps me with my redstone. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.